very, very successful. He's also in $20 to $30 billion range. The reason I'm going into this is for us to understand as a group, what are the core values that you espouse? And then when you're advising people and when you're mentoring people, what's really the most important thing?
Ethics. Ethics are very, very important. Ethics doesn't mean honesty only. When you do your work, there are certain rules you follow, and those rules become your ethics. And ethics are from your ethos, and your ethos is from your culture, and your culture is from your upbringing, and your upbringing is depending on your family. So there's a logic on how you are made and what is your DNA. And your DNA comes, there are brothers and sisters in a family. Not all fingers are the same. Not your brother and your sister is very different from you. You check that and you will say, that is true. I'm very different than my brother or my sister. So the DNA, a lot of it is your own DNA, is your own thinking in how you bring that up. So, I don't know, Bill Gates, does he have a brother? We never heard of him. And does he have a sister? We don't know about that. There is only one Bill Gates, and that DNA is what we're talking about today. Do we have that DNA? And few and far between people have singularly made it happen with that strong DNA, which is the mindset and which is their culture.
So your company might be going into IPO or into some kind of strategic partnerships and so on. Your valuation may double, triple in the next few years. One of the things that Bill Gates and Warren Buffett are doing is to say that billionaires, and you will be one, you already are very close to it, that billionaires should give away 50% of their wealth during their lifetimes, not afterwards. Would you do that?
Oh yes, I would do that. I spend all my time giving, and giving doesn't mean giving money. That's the easiest thing that you can ever do. Somebody is shouting at you, talking to you, begging you, creating a scam on you, you will give the money. Sometimes you will give because you will get. And that get doesn't mean a profit. That get means an accolade. That get means the feeling of, oh, I went to a temple and I gave $1 million, so I feel very good. So it's about you, it's not about that $1 million. The giving is if it reaches, if it serves a purpose, if it improves society, and we say commercially, if it adds value. If you add value by giving, that is giving. If you just give and you don't know where the heck it's going or what you're doing, then that's very animal-like, and that's not really giving.
Thank you for that. In that spirit of giving, there are a couple of other elements that come to my head. But before we get that, you love making money. How important was that first million, and what did you feel for the first million? And then the next 10, and then 100. How much is too much money?
Yeah, Tariq, that's a very good question. Do I love to make money? Yes. When you make money, money is the grease to the machinery of your life. And try and think about that you need money. Nobody can say, oh, it's all right, I don't need money. What are we talking about? We need money. So you have to make money. And when you make money, actually you're not giving it a name. When you're making money, when you're making good money, do you know what you're doing? You're winning. Everybody likes to win. And the more money you make, the more you're winning. And that is what is driving you. But one day you want to give that up. And you say, look, I'm winning. I'm used to making money. I'm used to winning. Is life all about making money? And is life all about winning only? Where is the giving? Where is the perspective? Where is the value add? Am I an animal or am I a human being? So if you want to create that difference, say, I want to live a life like a human being. And that's when you start talking about, where does it matter? Can you, people go to parties and they say, hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? And they're not even making eye contact. And when you're not making eye contact, are you saying hello to your friend? Are you saying hello to, because I'm looking continuously at all of us people over here, and I'm trying to reach out to you, all of you people, and I hope that when I'm talking, it's making some difference to you in some way, because I also want to learn from you. And that is the process. That is the process. It's not just about making money. When I made my first $1 million, that counted. That really counted, because that actually reaffirmed the faith in myself that I'm all right. I can make money because I am now able to succeed. I am able to look after my family, not only my wife and child, but my extended family and people around me. And also I'm able to look after myself. Then the second million came and the third million came. And actually, I don't know. When we made the 10 million, actually it went away. It was a quiet night.
I'll share a story with you. It's a true story about an entrepreneur, much like you, who was working with about 5,000 to 10,000 people in his company, and then investment bankers and everybody was after him because it's the American dream to build a company and then to sell it. So he did. He sold it for $1.2 billion, and 6 to 12 months, I think it was about 8 months later, he actually had a nervous breakdown because every single thing that meant anything to him went away. He wasn't able to support people. All he had was money, and his only friends were investment bankers and financial advisors. Do you want to become like that if you sell your company?
Oh no.
So what are you going to be doing?
If I sell my company, and when I sell my company, I got 101 ideas to do something else. In fact, in my company, I have 3 weeks ago, I have said to people, I have declared that in 5 years from now, I'm going to resign. At 58 years, I'm going to resign from my company, Petrochem, move into the role of the chairman, and move on to other things. Because life is about other things. Life is about so many things, and I have only just begun. I want to do a lot more, and it's not necessarily selling chemicals.
And we'll certainly get to that. That's the last part of the interview that we will go into in depth. Just the last couple of questions. You went to Harvard Business School at the age of 40, and I've seen all of your beautiful certificates in there. We are co-business alum. And I think there are a lot of people from HBS here, so thank you to them for coming and celebrating Yogi's life. They're all back there. What I'd like you to share with a lot of people here who are in their 30s, because I went when I was in my mid-30s also, is that a good way to go forward? Because billionaires generally fall out of business school and they don't finish high school, and that's how you become a billionaire. You're doing the exact opposite and saying go back to school. What is your advice to a lot of the people who are here? Sorry about that. We're very quick now. We know what to do. We're very innovative.
Yes, I went to Harvard Business School when I was 40 because actually I had a midlife crisis at that time. The midlife crisis was not about a marriage or a relationship, or it was more about myself. I was thinking I had everything in life at that point in material terms, but I never felt educated. Whenever I met somebody who was really educated, I had an inferiority complex because I thought, oh, that's intelligence, that is brain, that is education, and I didn't.